think I should start recording from here. So now, so this is Python 3. So from here, it's going to load. And I want to save it. This class. I want to save it as section. So section 3. Data science for children. So we have 4 participants. And I would like to hear from you. So good afternoon, everyone. And this is section 3. We are going to start with where I stopped. That was last week. I want to be an interactive class. So, but first, I want you to at least send a greeting. Hello, everyone. So I'm going to greet everyone, and I want a good response. So good afternoon, everyone. So good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Ajuri.
Jerry. Nice meeting you, Ajuri. So I hope you have joined our 2 classes. That was a beginner class and section 2, because this is section 3. Ajuri, have you joined before? Hello, Ajuri, can you hear me?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, this is your first class. So I want you to go through to our YouTube channel, and I want you to watch on what we have done so far. So our YouTube channel, so I'm going to write it so you look at the screen. So just go there and you will see what we have done so far. So I want you to just go through our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube. Okay, this I'll write it for you. Step 1. Step 1. So this is it. Go to YouTube. Right? Then step 2. This for everybody too that have not have a little understanding of what you have done so far. So then step 2, when you go to YouTube, then step 2, then search. Then you have to search for, just search for TechStep. So then you see part of our courses. Then you see the first one, which is data science. So for beginners. Then the second one, which is section 2. So section 2 explains better what we've done so far. So actually, I expect to do that. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it on the chat button. So, okay. Just go through it. I think before the end of the class, I should be able to get the channel and I'll send it to you. So back to today's class, data science for children. I gave out an assignment, and the first one was, for those that are just joining us, I'm going to take a little recap, so don't need to worry. Ajiri, I hope you can hear me. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I've missed section 1, section 2, this section 3. So I'm going to start again. So when you hear the word data science means we're trying to gather data You're trying to get out whatever you have been doing. Like now, I'm mentioning Ajiri because it's the one that is responding to me. If you can't hear me well, I would like to just put a chat. Hello, sir, I can't hear you. It's a free section. I'm not saying you should pay any amount of money. It's a free section. So I expect you to just contribute. I hope you can all hear me. So if you can all hear me, I'm okay with that. And you can see Mr. Anthony is trying to tell me that you are well done. Thank you very much for the compliment.
Yeah, we can hear you
Yes.
clearly.
Thank you very much. So now we are trying to say, I'm trying to go back a little bit because of those that are just joining us. So when you hear the word import, import means you are trying to cause something. Like the word import in the general sense means you are bringing something from one place to another place. So I'm trying to import something. So I'm trying to cause something. I'm bringing something. Like now we can say, oh, we have to import that goods from this country to Nigeria. So when you word import, that means you're bringing it inside. So we are bringing it inside this place. So we are calling it from somewhere. So if you are with me, so this is the logo for Python. So you can say Python. So we are calling it from Python. So we are saying import using what? Jupyter. So Jupyter is what? Part of what we use to what? Get it working. So can you see it? Jupyter. So it has its own local host. So if you are using Jupyter, Jupyter is what? A tools, a platform whereby you can run your Python code. And you can use Python to what? To work on data. So when you're working on data, that's what we call data science. So from data science, you move towards data analysis. That means you analyze the data, but we are still children. So we have to go through it step by step. So when you hear the word import, that means you're calling it from one place to another place. So import is what? Calling a package. So what package are we calling? Like now, say, mommy, I want a bag from America. So mom will now import the bag from America down to Nigeria, down to your house. That's import. So what are we importing? We are importing what? NumPy, NumPy. So NumPy. So since I'm importing NumPy, so what will I do? Import NumPy as what? So as is like telling us that, what do you want? So I can say, oh, I want color black bag, color white bag. So that's the one you want. Though you want to import a bag, but what kind of bag? As what? As what? As a child, as an adult, or what? So import NumPy as, since Ajiri is here, I'll just put Ajiri. So I know that Ajiri is what? The bag I'm trying to import. So next is I'm going to what? Declare what they call a variable. So why am I declaring a variable? Because in this bag that I'm trying to what? Import, I want some things should be in the bag. So I'm picking a bag as a data. So I'm picking a bag as a data. So I want you to just pay more attention on what I'm doing. A bag as a data. So what will I do? I can say bag one. So bag one is equal to, since I know it's for Ajiri, I'll just say Ajiri. Ajiri. Now, since I'm calling Ajiri, now what do you want the bag to have? Now, I might say I want the bag to arrange data, right? So dot arrange, A-N-G-E. I'm just taking you back to what we've done so far. Arrange. So I want you to a bag that has a data that is arranged. So I can say you should start from 0 to 50. I think this is what we did in our last section. So what are we going to print out? Print is like, oh, I want to see that bag. So print means output. Print bag one. Bag one. So what's the bag one? This is bag one. Bag one is assigned to Ajiri to what? Get the data from 0 to 50. So I'm printing those bag one. So when I run it, it's going to take some time. So can you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? See what? 49. Now you can see this. This is a bracket. This is a bracket. But they are two separate brackets. They are two complete separate brackets. So now, the first one is what? Just the ordinary bracket. Why the second one is, they call it a block bracket. A block bracket. So why do they call it? Sometimes they call it square bracket. Because it's almost taking the shape of a square. If you bring the two of them together, it turns to what? Almost a rectangle or a square. So that's it. So the next one is, we're trying to, what we did was to what? Import another aspect. Import numpy as let me see, as in every video you will see it as np. So you cannot say c is equal to, so np is just taking the word of numpy, np dot arrange. So I'm trying to arrange the value from 0 to 50. Then I will now print C. Now why am I doing that? Because I want to add two things together. Now if we go to section 2, when the other scientist from US was talking with us, he said your maths must be very, very, very fast. Your maths must be very important. It's very important for you to succeed very well in learning how to be a data scientist. So your maths must be very, 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 very good. So now I want to add, since I already called C, I've already called bag 1, so I can just add them together. I can say bag 1, plus C. From there, I can now print it together. Why am I printing them together? Because bag 1 has already been what? Be selected. I will explain better. So now if you take note of it, bag 1 is what? Arrange 0 to 50. So if you count the values here, it stops at 49. Why? Because when you are counting it, 50 is not allowed. 50 is not allowed because it stopped at what? 49. Why? Because when you count the value, 1 is counted from 1 to 50. From here, it's going to count from 1 to 50. So now I want to print bag 1 and C. Why? Because it's a variable. This is a variable. So when I run it, so you take note of it, 0 is still 0. How is this one 2? Why? Because bag 1, when you count the array, this is 1. When you count the array, this is 1. 1 plus 1, it gives us 2. Now, 2 plus 2, it gives us 4. Now, 3 plus 3, it gives us 6. Now, 4 plus 4, it gives us 8. Now, 48 plus 48, will give you what? 96. Now, 49 plus 49, will give us what? 98. So, step by step, that is taken into place. Now, for those that are around the section 2, they were able to have a little more understanding of what we've done so far. So now we can now print, you can print bag 1. I want to do subtraction minus C. Now, there's a way you can make a comment. What's comment? Comment is to make you write documentation, like documentation of, oh, when you're reading the Bible, you just see that, oh, I love this aspect in the Bible. Sorry, I'm a Christian. If you're a Muslim, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let me take it. Let's say you are reading a journal and you see that, oh, I love this aspect. It reminds me of a book that I've read before. So you just circle it and you just write something about it. Now, if you're in school, for those small children, now when you are at home and daddy has been saying a quote, or mommy has been saying something, and you notice that, oh, daddy and mommy love saying this. When your teacher or your friend says those things in school, said it in school, you just say, oh, I remember my dad usually tell me about this. That is a comment about your daddy. Why? Because you're able to keep it in your memory and it's not going to affect you. Now look at this. When you are pressing your phone, you see *556# That # they call it a pound symbol. So what do you use pound symbol for? You use that pound symbol as a comment. So now I can say, yeah, I am trying to make subtraction of two arrays. So yeah, you have bag 1 minus C. So when I run it, you can see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Why? Because 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, 48 minus 48 is 0, 49 minus 49 is 0. So everything is 0, 0, 0. Now, I can move on. If you're using Jupyter, if you don't know how to download Jupyter, there's a video I did that's installing Anaconda. So you go to that YouTube channel, you will see it. It's going to take you on step by step on how to install this software called Jupyter. Actually, I hope you can hear. And the rest, please, I want you to, now when I'm doing data science for children, please, I want you to pay attention. One, I want you to have your system with you so that as I'm doing this, you can look at it. I'm going to upload it. You can record it. So I'm going to upload it to YouTube channel. In case you have any issue, you can just go back and watch the video again. And in case you have any problem, you can contact me. My contact is very easy. Whenever I'm dropping, whenever you see the Zoom channel, that you click the link, you can just take that number and message me for any question. Oh, I'm trying to do this, I have a problem. Anytime when I see any notification like that, I respond. So please, it's very easy to contact me, and I make it very easy, especially for children. So I'm trying to move this cell up. I don't want it to be down, so I'm moving it up and up. So yeah, I want to make use of multiplication. So I want to multiply. I gave that assignment. That was section 2, an assignment. So I say she print bag 1, right, times C. So let's see what's going to happen. Can you see? So it's very easy. Can you see the data is it's just increasing? Why? It's increasing. Why? Because you can see that bag 1 is just 0 to 49. C2 is just 0 to 49. Now when you add it, it is 0 to 98. But when you multiply, it is moving from 0 to 2401. That's the work of data. So with data, it increases every day, every second. So now with this, you can see that bag 1 times C is giving you 2401. Why? Because 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. I just want 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So we did that. Now let's move to another cell. I'm trying to break it down before we move to more tasks. So print. So you can perform a lot of operation with this. And that just remind me. I just find it like as a reminder that when you have a block bracket like this, they call it square brackets. They call it an array. So what is an array? Before doing this, let me just write it. What is an array? Let me share it with you. What is an array? So I'm going to answer a question now. What is an array? So you can go to Google and you have more understanding of what an array is. So what is an array? Array is They call it a collection of data. So with that, and what's the symbol of an array? Now the symbol of an array, the output symbol. Now I can just say like the output symbol of an array is this block bracket. So when you see this, that is an array. That's the output symbol. So if you take note of it, I think I will just take it and I will just Ctrl C. And so I'll just take it and I'll move on to our chart and I will drop it there. Ctrl V. So you can just copy it and save it. So we move on to this aspect of so I can say bag one divided by C. So bag one divided by C, and I will just run it. So can you see it? It gets to a stage, it's showing that entry point for launching what? IPython kernel. Why? There's what? An invalid value encountered. Why? Because when you are dividing them one after the other, it is giving what? Not a number. NaN means what? Not a number. So with this, you already see that the data are changing one after the other. That's why we are training you on what? Data science. Data are just changing one after the other. So this what I plan on doing on section 2. Now today, section 3, I'm going to start on another aspect. So C is another aspect. I'm going to start with it and I'll move up to import numpy as NP. So when I'm importing numbers NP, so since I'm importing numbers NP, now I'm moving on to today's aspects, which is same way. So I'm changing it to NP. Why? Because in the whole world, they always use import numpy as NP. In section 1 and section 2, even today, you can see I use Agere, but now I'm changing it. Instead of using NP, what am I doing? Instead of using your name or any children name, I'm using the standard number now. I believe when you go through section 1 and section 2, you have a better understanding why I change this from your name to NP when you watch this video. So import numpy as NP. So go through any video, you see it as what? NP. Or any document or articles, you see import numpy as NP. So when you import numpy as NP, now I want to make use of something. So I can say state. So I'm moving to the more critical aspects. So I can say state np dot array. I think I mentioned what an array is. So with array, you make use of what? The brackets, the 2 block brackets. I hope you can see that. So new share, I think, where's my whiteboard? Okay, this is it. The output symbol of an array is what? This, they call it square bracket. They call it square bracket. So, okay, after the class, I'm going to save it and send it. So they call it a square bracket. So now from here, so I want to bring in state. So I can say Abuja. Okay. I can say Enugu. I can say Oyo. So from here, I'm moving on to another one. I can say Rivers. Yes, I can say another one. I can say Ondo. I can say another one, Kano. So with this, I want to what? Print out this state first. Print state. So with this, you can see that we have built-in function or method. Object is not what? Subscriptive. So we have this as what? An error. Why? Because we are trying to call an array which is not what? Accepting what? A scriptable what? Method. So it's not what? Subscriptable. Now, with this, I would like to make the same way, this same way. The reason why you are seeing an error is to let you know that, oh, writing code doesn't mean that you won't get an error. Yeah? So you have to be patient. When you have an error, you take note of it and look for another means to print out whatever you want to do. Are we together? So I'm going to create another new file. Then I move up. I paste it there. Now I'm going to change it. So I'm going to change it. And how will I change it? I'll just say 1, 2, 4. I'm trying numbers now. 8, 9, 5. This same state. Can we see? It's saying object is not what? Subscriptable. Please pay attention. Pay attention. Object is not subscriptable. So now, so this is what? An object. Now this same state, I'm going to copy it. Control C. New one. I will take it up. Control V. Now I will now add these brackets. Are we together? Can you see it's printed out? I hope you are with me. Can you see what did I do? I added what? These brackets. Are we together? Just only that gave us an error twice. Now I will still go back to this state and I will copy it. Control C. I made the error twice to let you know that whether you are putting in, okay, we have 10 minutes to finish this section. So with this, I'm going to copy it again. Sorry, I copied this, Control C, to let you know that just a little mistake can cause an error when you're writing code. So there's no perfect code. Are we together? It's not a perfect code. So with this, now I'm going to run it. I hope you can see it. You cannot see Abuja, Enugu, Oyo, Rivers, Ondo, and Kano. So with this, I can easily add to it. So it's just take note of the word square brackets. Now, I want to add to it. What will I do? I'm trying to add to it. So are we together? I have less than 9 minutes. So I'm trying to add to it. So there is it, right? So I'm going to add, what other states can I add? Please, if you are there, if you are watching me, please, I need you to drop the chat. Use the chat button. We have in less than 3 minutes. Please, I want you to drop at least any state. Any state. I need any state. Apart from what is on the screen, please, any state, anybody, 3 states. I want to know if you are following me. 3 states. I need 3 states apart from Abuja, Enugu, Oyo, Rivers, Ondo, and Kano. If you are with me, please, I'm waiting for a response. I won't continue until I get any response. Any state. Any state. Please, I want to be an interactive class. I need a state.
Ogun.
Okay. Port Harcourt, Lagos, thank you. Ogun, thank you. So Port Harcourt.
Lagos.
Thank you. Port Harcourt. Now we have Lagos. Now we have what? Ogun. Oh, I have another people now. I think we have Bini, Ibadan, and Kwara. So let me add that one. So if I want to add another, what will I do? I put what? A comma, right? So with this, we have Bini, right? We have
Enugu
and Kwara. I think I put Enugu there before. This is Enugu. So now we have Kwara. So with that, can you see it's scrollable? It's scrollable. So what will I do? I'll just press this run button. Can you see? It's all printed out, one after the other. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the response. It is well all printed out. Now with this, there's a difference between number, this is a number, and what? Letters. Why? Because you can't add letters together. If that is possible, I would like to know how. But you can add numbers together. So we're moving to another aspect of what kind of analysis can I do with words, and one I can do with what? Numbers. And also, you ask yourself, can I combine numbers and letters together? It is possible. So we're going to be looking at that. That will be next class. But now we can see that we can print states in a very easy way. And I can easily what? Count the number of states in another form. But if you notice this is what? 3 by 3. It's already turned into an array. So for those that are in advanced class, they will be able to know that, oh, what's this? I said array is what? A collection of what? Data. So I use array to collect the data. Abuja, Enugu, Oyo. This is what we call row 0. This Abuja, Enugu, Oyo, row 0. Are we together? They call it row 0. Now, this is another one. Rivers, Ondo, and Kano. You can see it. Rivers, Ondo, and Kano. This is row 1. This is row 1. Are we together? Now, you can see Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Ogun. So you can see Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Ogun. This is row 2. Now you can see Bini, Ibadan, and Kwara. This Bini, Ibadan, and Kwara. This is row 3. So with this, we're able to give meaning to your data, meaning to every data you have. So now you can just call it, this is a matrix in another form. This is advanced for small children. But just note that, oh, this is a matrix. That's all. This is a matrix. So I'm going to give you a little bit of assignment, which is practice this, put in different countries. Let's say 20 countries. 20 countries. Or you can print out, let me see. Let's say 30 countries. Okay, Olaleke raised their hand. So I would like to know, okay? So I would like you to say what you want to say. Olaleke. So this is 20 country. Okay. Okay, noted. Okay. So now, so this is, if you count this data, this is 1, 2, 3. You know when you're doing three times table, so you can just take a 3 times table. 3 is 1, 2, 3. You can count it 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4, 12. Definitely all the data here are what? 12. 12 states, right? So I want you to make the one of 18 countries. 18 countries. And please, I would like you to just send it to me. Send it to me on my WhatsApp. I really appreciate it. I would like to see what you've done so far. Just watch it and watch it and watch it. Now back to this. You can see the difference between this and this is what? Just the what? Brackets. Bracket is what they call parentheses. So we have less than 3 minutes more to finish this section. And I would like to say thank you for coming to today's class. Now back to this aspect, the divide section. You can see that is showing what? NaN, not a number. I'm just doing a little recap for those that came in late. Now this is what we did. We talked about comments. Yeah, I'm trying to make subtraction of two arrays. Now print bag 1 minus C. Bag 1 is just getting data from 0 to 49. That's taking it up. This bag 1, 0 to 49. C is 0 to 49 too. So I now added it together. Since it's a variable, I can call it if on the same page using Jupyter or any code is a variable. A variable is used to store a value. So bag 1 is storing value from 0 to 49. But everything inside is 50. Now C2 is storing 0 from 0 to what? 51. Everything here is what? 50. Now I can make a change. I want to make a change. Now you can see it starts from 50 till 100. So this C, I've changed it. Can you see? 50 to what? 99, right? So 50 to what? 100. It started from 50, stop at what? 99. It can't get to 100. The only when it can get to 100 is when you increase it by 1. So when you increase it by 1, can you see? Stop at what? 100. But now, if you count the values here, I want you to count the values here when I'm through with today's class. I have less than 1 minute. Just count the values here. If you count the values, you see that it is what? 51. It is not 50. So back to it is 100. Now, if I now add it together, you see the values will change. Why? Because I've changed these what values of this variable C. Are we together? So I have less than 1 minute. If I make use of the subtraction, can you see? Minus, minus, minus 50. Why? Because I've changed this variable. So we'll continue from here in the next class. Thank you very much for showing up. Same time next week, Saturday, 4 p.m. Please tell others, any child that is not ready for technology now,